Hey VCTC Kirkham here, the Kirkham Report with a midweek bonus because I'm still working on getting things organized. But I wanted to answer this pretty quickly because Richard McCook is a good man and he's become a friend over the last couple of years in the VC. And he put up some great questions for vinyl community video makers. And I answered them last year when he did another series of them, and I wanted to do this series as well. And there are a lot of interesting questions. There's 10 in all plus a bonus, so I got the list of them right here. So here we go. Question number 1: do you ever get disheartened when a video you think should be popular is ignored? And if yes, give an example. Yeah, I'm celebrating 2 years in the VC in August, and um, I don't get as many views as I'd like, and I don't get as many subscribers that I'd like to have, which I'll talk about in a minute. But yeah, I do a lot of stuff. I mean, I try to do something new every day of the week when I'm up and running. And I have this daily video obscuria thing that where I play an old hit and make pop-up type comments about it, little factoids. And I thought that would take off. It's a quick 5-minute watch every day. It's a great song every day. And I thought, hey, this, if anything, has a chance to go viral. It's this. I think the one I have the most hits on is 26 views. And it bugs me that people come in and watch for 2 or 3 seconds, find out what the song is, and then leave. It's 5 minutes out of your day, and I think that's kind of rude. I appreciate you at least checking it out, but it would be nice if you'd stuck around. So yeah, especially since I have this huge mini-series coming up over July 4th weekend. I've been working on Summer of '78 for a year, literally a year. Um, and I'm really hoping that it goes viral and people will see it, and people will suddenly be aware that I'm out there. The chances of that happening are nil almost. But this series, which is going to be in 10 parts over 3 days, celebrating 100 great songs from the summer of '78. I really hope people will watch it and enjoy it and find it informative. And I'd like to get huge views on it. Whether I will or not, I don't know. I think I don't get a lot of views or subscriptions anyway, because unlike about 70% of the VC, I am a very pop-oriented person. I don't do prog. I don't do a lot of classic rock. I do pop, top 40 pop. So not a lot of people really like that as much as I do. At least I haven't found people in the vinyl community. Richard McCook is one of the few people that does a little bit of everything, and there are a few other people that do it too. Um, so I don't think I'm of the interest of some people out there, and that's fine. Whatever your personal tastes are. But I would like it. Yeah, I do get disheartened if I do something I'm really proud of and it doesn't go anywhere. That bothers me. Question 2: how often do you check your subscriber count? I see it every day. I don't consciously check it. It's just there because I have 5 different YouTube channels I switch between. Um, the one I have for TKR Video Central is the one I use the most, so I see it the most. So I see the subscriber count every day, and yeah, I'd like it to be higher, which ties into question 3. How often do you ask people to hit the subscriber button? Every video, occasionally, or almost never? Every video. I have a little subscribe and leave a comment ad inside each of the obscurias, and I ask people to please subscribe and leave a comment on all my videos. The reason I do this is because stats have shown that if you do that, you do get more subscriptions. I know some people really hate it. I had a friend conversation with my friend Mary over at Two Hip Chicks, who doesn't like it when people beg for subscribers. And I'm not begging much. I I mean, I'm still under 200 subscribers, and I've been in the VC for 2 years, and I've seen some of these other people come in less than a year ago, and they're already in the thousands. And again, this is because of the difference of music. The classic rock people will subscribe to everything classic rock. I'm pop. People don't do that with me, so it takes longer. But over the last, since I started including those in all my videos, since I revamped the channel in January to have certain spotlight shows and such, rather than just random meanderings, my subscriber base has steadily grown. And I think a lot of that has to do with my connections to other channels that I've worked with, like Katie over at Vintage and Vinyl, and Dawn and Mary at Two Hip Chicks, and Johnny over at Return of Cajun Roots Reseller. A lot of them are coming from the resale and vintage communities, and I thank them for that. And I hope that they like what they see. I hope everybody likes what they see. But yeah, I do ask for subscribers in every video. Question 4, how do you feel when you lose subscribers, and what's the largest amount you've lost in one day? I don't have enough to even notice, dude. Sorry. I think I've lost one or two at one time, but I've never really noticed it. And it would suck if I lost a lot because of one video or another, which is why I try to keep my opinions to myself other than music. I don't want to politicize. I don't want to demonize. I don't want to talk about anything but music on this channel. And it's just like my wife and I have a podcast, or have had a podcast. It's been on hiatus for over a year, called Subject Cinema, about movies, and we deliberately kept politics and stuff out of that for the most part. And it's, we have a loyal following there too, so that's good. I imagine that would upset me, but I would get over it, and other people would make it up eventually. Question 5, how do you feel when people comment on your video and they obviously haven't watched it? For example, a comment comes in for a 15-minute video 1 minute after it's been uploaded. I haven't had that problem either. I think that's rude. If you're going to comment, watch the video. I get a lot of bots doing that, especially on the Obscurias, and I just get rid of them. I can tell when people are sincere. And I know most people commenting, I know them from either the VC or the vintage community or the reseller community. I know a lot of them. I've met a lot of them through chats and on live streams and stuff. So I always appreciate their comments. I don't worry about comments that come in from people I don't know. I think maybe I can make a new friend. That's how I got hooked up with Dr. October a couple years ago, and watch his stuff, and he watches mine, so that's cool. I think. I mean, I hope he still does. It's an interesting thing when you have that happen, and I haven't had that happen, despite the fact that I have videos up, more than once a week. So that's about the best I can answer that one. Number 6, if you or have already hit the 1,000 subscriber count, will you monetize your channel? And if you're eligible for the thanks option, will you promote it? Nowhere near 1,000 yet. I'm not even to 200 yet. Hopefully I'll be to 200 after the 4th of July period. Am I going to monetize my channel? No, not on YouTube. Simply because I do copyrighted music. I take great pains to go through and test everything that I use before I use it. I know, and so if something gets blocked that I have planned for Obscuria, I have time to replace it and plan for it. My whole goal there is to promote the music. I'm not interested in making the money. Now, I wouldn't be adverse to having a Patreon or having a merch account. I'm going to actually have t-shirts in the near future. But that's for people who like what I do and who want to just show their support for me. It's not a money-making venture. And I also want to have those to give away to people. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. But yeah, I don't have any intention of monetizing because of the way I operate my channel. My goal is to get the music out there. And the people who wrote it, the people who pressed it, the labels, the artists, the writers, they're the ones that should be getting the money anyway, not me. And that's how, that's why when I get copyright claim, I'm like, that's cool. They'll get the money and everything's good. It's when I get blocked that I get pissed. And I mean, what was the point of blocking the Bugaloos, for God's sake? Do you ever sub another channel just to try and get a sub back? And when you do sub channels, do you hit the notification bell? Yes, I usually do hit the notification bell. I don't do it on my phone. I only do it on my PC, and I have a little thing that catches them all, so I can see them as they pop up, and then they'll stay out of the way. I don't go back and look for subscribers, although I'm always happy, because I think I have like 500 subscriptions just on my TKR Video Central. And I love people that watch stuff, and I will comment on them even if I don't subscribe to them, and it's nice to get a comment back from them. I hope they'll subscribe back if they like what they see, but I don't do that consciously. Um, it's not something that I've ever really thought about doing. Um, Maybe in the beginning when I was doing that, I'm like, oh, I hope they'll sub. I hope they'll sub. Because a lot of people have subbed to me that have influence, and at least that I think have influence within the VC, and it hasn't really helped my subscriber count. So their listeners are obviously not ones that were interested in what I'm doing because they might do a different style of music. And you know what? That's perfectly cool with me. I have no problem with that. I am a pop person. I'm a chart person. You know, I'll take, my my boys and Hanson any day over Led Zeppelin or all the classic rock stuff that people listen to. That's just who I am. I'm true to myself. And if they want to subscribe, that's great. I hope they like the comment I gave them, but they don't have to subscribe. Um, Number 8, how long do you think it's acceptable time to wait before replying to a comment if you reply to comments? I do reply to comments and I actively solicit them. I tell people leave a comment. Sometimes it can take me up to a week, but I always make sure that they're done by the following Sunday, whenever possible, unless something comes up. But I try to do them within a day and usually within an hour. If I get a pop up for an Obscuria, I usually answer it as soon as I can, because Obscuria is the absolute blast for me to do. I get to share all these weird songs that most people have never heard of, and they were all chart hits at some point, if not in America, then in Canada or the UK usually, and I really um, I enjoy doing that, and I enjoy the interplay because helps me find out about new people, helps me find out about my subscribers, helps me find out about the friends I've made in the VC. I love getting comments, and I will always try to answer them as soon as possible. Sometimes, if I'm left a larger message, I might wait a day or two to get an answer into my head. But other than that, usually if it's just a quick note, I try to do it within a week, no later, but try to do it within a day or two. Um, Number 9. Do you like record store day? And if so, after buying record store items, do you feel the need to show them immediately in the car after leaving the shop store? Or can you wait till you get home and open them before showing? Yeah, I don't do record store day in person. I didn't do record store day at all until I joined the vinyl community, and now I have spent way too much on record store day in the last 2 years. My vinyl collection has doubled in the last 2 years. Thanks to you, vinyl community, it has doubled in the last 2 years. I have found out that I am not alone in vinyl collecting out there. Um, Record store day is cool for the titles, and I definitely enjoy the thrill of the chase. I've got the online stuff down to a science out of the last one, in May, or whenever it was. When was it? March, April? I don't even remember what it was. I had a list of definites I wanted to get, and I skipped 2 of them deliberately because I didn't. No, 3 of them because I didn't approve the price, and 2 of them I missed. I missed the Sarah Bareilles. I missed the Rick Astley. Everything else I got. 3 different mail order companies and my friend Adam at Record Crate, and I got everything I wanted other than that. I do not like the way that the prices are going, and I think sometimes that the labels are out pricing things. The Elton John, Tom Bell sessions, $30 for 6 songs. That's freaking ridiculous. I'm sorry. I would have paid 20, 25 maybe, 30. No, I have 2 of those songs on single anyway, and I can buy the OG with one less song for $3 on Discogs. No. The Sheena Easton, same situation. 2 disc set. I think there were 12-inch versions available on it. $46. No. I'm not paying that kind of money for that. If it shows up in a sale, like Rough Trade and Bull Moose, and sometimes drop prices drastically, I'll pick it up. I'm not paying $46 for that set. And I would have bought it. If it had been 30, 35, I would have bought it. I skipped the Tiny Tim deliberately because I'm probably still going to pick it up down the road somewhere if I can find it. I just was out of my budget at the time, and it was the one I wanted the least. But everything else I wanted, I got. And so no, and I don't open them. I obviously have to wait until they get here. I usually wait until they've all arrived. This year I waited until they all arrived, and then I opened them all on one out of the box. I only do openings now on the Kirkham Report, my weekly weekend magazine show, and I have a section called Out of the Box, and I do all my openings there now. So it's just easier, and it puts it all in one place where people can go and know, hey, I bet his latest acquisitions are in Out of the Box, and they're right. I don't have like 5 of them stretched throughout the week, which was really kind of annoying at when it's all said and done. But yeah, I do enjoy it, and I can definitely wait until I get them all. Number 10, do you enjoy participating in and watching collaboration videos, but do you get put off watching if they go beyond the 1 or 2 hour mark? Collaboration videos depend on who's in them, and they definitely depend on length. I'm not going to sit down and watch a 3 hour collab. I'm just not. I'm doing a collab right now with my friend Dawn at Two Hip Chicks called Finding Your Music Mojo. It's every other Monday, and we're flipping the channels every other time. This coming week, it's on TKR Video Central, and it's going to be live instead of recorded. I enjoy them because everybody has different opinions. But in all honesty, live streams have more appeal to me. I love watching Chick Chat with Two Hip Chicks every Tuesday and Thursday at noon. I've made a great deal of friends in there, and it's a lot of fun. And I've watched live streams from a few of the vinyl community as well. And Dawn is a fringe member of the vinyl community. She ought to be. She's solely responsible for my addiction to 45s in the last year. I bought 1, 2, 3, 5 boxes of 45s, most of which came from Dawn and Mary. But I've always collected 45s. I have 12 drawers full of them and 2 drawer things in the closet. But yeah, I enjoy doing collabs, and I enjoy watching them. But yeah, I do. I won't watch them if they're really long. Like I know Mazzy's done a few that are 2.5 hours, and as much as I love him and I love the people he's usually with, like the Waxed and stuff, I just don't have the time. I usually watch when I'm watching a longer video, I usually watch it on 1.5 speed because it doesn't distort any music that's played too much, and I can get every bit of the show. Going higher than that, I can't do because it just doesn't enter the little gray cells fast enough. But yeah, I can't, even that is not going to work for a really long collab. So I do enjoy watching them though, and I think it's fun to see what people come up with and the kind of things they discuss. And I would prefer shorter collabs. Dawn and I have been trying to keep ours an hour or under. Our last one was a little over 30 minutes. So I think that's important. Make sure that when you're doing a collab, you do it and it's not terribly long. Bonus question. Do you check your previous video just to make sure you are not wearing the same shirt? I have a collection of t-shirts I have purchased over the last couple of years. This is one of them. My infamous Marco Stunt t-shirt that I wear on my videos. They're kept in a little case over here. That's the only place I wear them is on my videos. I have music-oriented ones, wrestling-oriented ones, because I'm a big pro wrestling fan. Thank you so much, Kim. And a few I'll buy for reasons like Buzzard's Nest Records I bought because I found it online and I used to work there when they were in business, 40 years ago. I don't really check to see which ones I've worn in the last video because I'm doing 4 or 5 videos a week, and I do try to rotate them out here and there. But most likely you're going to see one of my 2 tie-dyed shirts, the Marco Stunt shirt and the Danhausen shirt, which are the largest and most comfortable of them. And I have a couple other ones that are ACW oriented that I have refused to wear since they let Marco Stunt go. So, because I am a loyal Marco Stunt fan, both his wrestling and his music, which I have pushed the last year, and he still doesn't have the EP out, but he will have it when he does. He's going to be a huge star. He is an amazing singer and songwriter that just is amazing. I think that I always try to look my best, and if I use the same shirt, at least it's clean. Richard, thank you for these great questions. I'm sorry I didn't mean for this to take 20 minutes. I was hoping it would be more around 10. But thank you for your great questions, and I hope that answers the questions you had. And as always, if you're out there and you like this, go check out Richard's original video. There will be a link in the show notes. And watch him and watch me and subscribe to both of us. And don't forget to leave comments. Until next time, I'm TC. Ciao, baby.